Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, May 14th, 2021. Feeling good, even though I feel like shit because I got my second shot yesterday, my second vaccine yesterday. But don't let that deter you. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care. It's not my call. That's what I did, and I'm feeling like shit. I'm feeling like one of those mornings where you would wake up and you don't really have a high fever and you're not puking. So your mom would be like, oh, well, just drink some orange juice and, take a shower. I can't, we don't need to stay home for that. Okay. You just toughen out, come on. So it's one of those, but still feeling like shit. But you know what? I'm not in school anymore and my mom doesn't live with me anymore. So after this show, if I want to go lay down and fucking sleep the rest of the day, I'm going to do it because I don't have to go sit in U.S. history in fifth period. And I don't have to go to PE class in seventh period and get all sweaty, even though I feel like shit. Anyways, happy Friday. It is Friday. It's a big weekend in Indianapolis. Grand Prix of Indianapolis happening at the Motor Speedway tomorrow. And then we're about 2 weeks out from the Indy 500 itself. Remember, earlier this week, Dave announced that we're going to have the party. We're going to have the going to have that here. I don't know the details yet, so stop asking me. Stop hitting me up. Hey, man, really like your stuff. Any chance you think that you can get me in? You want to hook me up? No, I'm sorry. If I did or if I had the ability to, then I probably would maybe. But at the same time, I don't. So, you just got to stop asking because it is what it is. And I don't have a hookup, at least not yet. So also, like, if I wanted to hook people, like, I will reach out to you if I want to hook you up. I'm not just going to have people who are, they're the same people who will comment not your best on some video that I do. And I'm just having fun. And then all of a sudden they're, hey, you, by chance, man, I'm an indie boy and you think you can hook me up at that party? Oh, had the turntables have. Anyways, so it's Friday. Feeling good, even though I'm feeling like shit. I got my coffee. Check out this hat that I got yesterday. I may never take this off. This is the coolest hat I think I've ever gotten. My wife says I got a hat problem because I can't stop getting hats, and I love to wear hats. But you know what? Sometimes when you know. Just like I knew with her, I knew with this hat. And I saw it, and I put it on, and it was just speaking to me. It was like the Harry Potter school choosing hat, the magic Harry Potter hat. Sometimes you put on a hat, and it doesn't look right and it doesn't feel right. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to pass on this one. But sometimes you put one on and it literally is whispering in your ear, you look so good. You must buy me and take me home and wear me every day for 2 months until you get another. And that's what happens to me, dude. That's what happens to me. So this is IMS, a little bit of throwback. You got the mesh. You got the different colors. I'm loving it. I'm feeling good. It's a super dope hat. May never take it off again until I find another one that I'll throw into the rotation. So good morning to all you guys. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Starting the new series. I put it out there last night. New series debuting at 10 a.m. today. Drivers eating donuts with me. And so instead of having the glazing five on these Fridays in May, I've got some drivers lined up, IndyCar drivers, to come and sit in the car with me and eat some donuts and just chat it up. So first one is with Connor Daly, hometown kid, just like me. He's from Noblesville, Indiana, and really excited about it. It's about 22 minutes long, so it's perfect amount. It's like you're watching an episode of TV. Throw it up on your big screen, stream it to your bedroom TV, whatever you got to do, and watch me and Connor eat some donuts and have some fun conversation. He's awesome. So you got to follow him. He's a super. That's a great thing about IndyCar drivers is IndyCar drivers are not like a lot of the other like professional athletes. Like they are super just like relatable and down to earth, and they're down to have fun, and they're not. Sometimes you run into like these NFL or NBA guys or whatever, and they're kind of like they just don't really want to talk to the media because I think all the media is the same, even though I'm not. So. The IndyCar drivers aren't like that. They're a lot of fun. They're down. And it's a super fun conversation. I'll preview it. I'll give you a little bit of like a 3 or 5 minute preview of the episode coming up here in a little bit. Thanks, Jack. Hat is dope. And that's no cap. I'll show myself out. Well, speaking of that, Caleb Pressley going to stop by. One of my favorite guys that I work with. Somebody asked me yesterday, who's the funniest person at Barstool? Caleb would definitely be up there. Super talented, super funny. I call him this generation's Keith Morrison from Dateline, but in a comedic way. So he interviewed Floyd Mayweather, and he had that line that about Jake Paul. He said, "He stole your hat, no cap," and it was beautiful. And Floyd didn't know how to respond, and that full conversation is coming out on Sunday, I believe. So the Sunday conversation with him and Glenny Balls and Floyd Mayweather. So Caleb's going to stop by. We're going to talk about that. He's going to, give me a little rundown of what it was like interviewing Money Mayweather, and then we're going to do laundry list of worst weights, not like the weight you lose or gain or lift. No, like you're waiting at a restaurant or you're just waiting around. Last night, went to a show choir concert for my sister-in-law. She's a sophomore in high school. And it was a great show, and it was a lot of fun. But, these things, they tend to, senior night for them and everything, so they tend to kind of be prolonged. So we went to the second show. First show was at 7. Second show was supposed to be 8:15. We got there at 8 o'clock. We didn't enter into the auditorium until like 8:45, 8:50. Now, it's nobody else's fault. I had a great time at the show. She killed it. There are a lot of very talented kids there doing that. But what sprung the idea is, for 45, 50 minutes, they don't have seats out there. Me and my wife are just wandering around this high school, having to stand around, waiting. There's no windows. There's no cell service. I'm not gonna lie. It was, kind of a brutal wait. And so I thought, worst weights. That would be a fun one. So Caleb's going to hop on, and we're going to do worst weights, a laundry list on a Friday. So very, very excited. You guys are already sending some in. Keep sending them in. I like my list a lot. I like my list maybe more than any laundry list that I've had, besides maybe the Star Wars moments and maybe the movies to watch on Sunday, I think. But this one is a really good one, and I feel really, really good about it. So, yeah, before we get into Caleb, who's going to hop on, man, I got to tell you guys, this summer, I'm declaring it, this summer, for all of us fellows, is the summer of the banana hammock. Bust them out. We've been locked up for a year. We couldn't have our pool parties. We couldn't be out and about. We couldn't be free. Now everything's opening up. People are getting vaccinated. Going to be able to go to pools, going to be able to go to your parents' pool, your sister's pool, whatever. It's the summer of the banana hammock. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I actually don't know if I have it up because, of course, I don't. How do I even do this? This is so bad. Maybe if I pull it up this way. Summer of the banana hammock. Application window. There it is. Figured it out. Boom, dude. Fellas, we got to have this kind of energy, this kind of confidence, this kind of level of hypeness going into summer of 2021 because we missed out on an entire summer. You're only here for so long, man, and you gotta be able to have the fucking confidence of this guy and just not care and go out there and say, yeah, I'm rocking my schlong in this thing and I'm proud of it and I'm excited about it and we're going to have a grand old time. And it's going to be like that guy that was smacking around, that guy that a couple months ago or a month ago, that guy that was slapping around his balls. He had the banana hammock on. He was slapping them around and everything. He's like, ah. That's what kind of energy we got to have. No, man. I saw somebody. I'll sit this one out. I'm not trying to embarrass myself. No, you can't have that mindset. You can't have that attitude. You got to go in there with supreme confidence, and you got to just rock it, man. We're going Elton John this summer, dude. We're Rocket Man because we're rocking it. I wonder, so on the back end, is it just covering his left cheek? Or is there no coverage back there? Or does it wrap fully around the back like a thong? I don't know, man. But if you're at a pool with me this summer, I'm rocking one of these. And maybe it's not this little banana hammock that's just hanging off the side. if it's a full one, maybe I'll just go full one. And it's just a, what do they call those? Not a bikini. What do they call those for guys? Speedo. If it's not one of those, because those look like they'd be like a Gucci one, that'd be, like $500 to get that little piece of thread to cover your dong. But if it's not that, then I'm getting a Speedo. And I am showing the thighs, dude. I am letting them breathe. And we're having a summer. My wife showed me, she was like, this tweet that was like, why is there not like slutty clothes for guys? And then the replies, there was this. And I was like, yes, that is happening. That is happening for me. And it's a movement. It's the summer of the banana hammock. All right. Just, you got to, then that's the best part, dude, because then once you are confident and feel good about it, then everybody else is just like, oh, okay. Like, all right. I like it. Then everybody starts feeding off your energy. Then everybody's good to go. My mom's in the comments freaking out. Yeah, man. I just think that, you know what? After last summer, we were robbed of it. That's a summer that we're never getting back. And we were limited, and there was just barely anything that we could do. And it was just not the same as your typical summer. So you know what? You want to call it the Roaring 20s, whatever you want to do. We got to come out hard in 2021. We got to come out on a fast break, ready to fucking lob it up and slam dunk it into the banana hammock, man. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do, man. So Keith's getting behind the mindset, but he's not going to join in. All right, I guess that's fine. But I need Peter's in. No holding back this summer, dude. Let's go. Yeah, I'll have to ask Caleb about that. I could see Caleb rocking that, him and Roan. It's like Cat Williams said in his comedy special one time, life is too fucking short. Live that shit. Especially after last summer, bring out the banana hammock, man. Hey, it's 2020, girls are rocking the thongs and stuff and those crazy, like, little just thin strapped at the pool. Let's let guys let the legs breathe and be rocking it confidently. We're going to be rocket men. Elton John. That's what I need. You got Rico Riders. I need my rocket men. The guys who are going to just rock it with me. That's what we need. Oh, I'm freaking out. So, yeah, I was at the show choir event last night. And if you haven't been to a show choir event, you're missing out. Every time I go to one, because my youngest sister was in it, and now my baby sister-in-law is in it. Every time I go to one, I'm just kicking myself for why I didn't do it in high school. That shit is so fun. You learn cool dance moves. You're with a bunch of ladies. You're taught. You can sing. You're doing it all, man. You got cool outfits. Everybody's just having a good time. And you know what the best part of it is the people in the audience. The people in the audience during a show choir event make it 10 times better. If you've never been, there's a popular thing that they do where, so it's a very raucous crowd. Like, it's not like a play or like, and even like a baseball game. Like, you cheer when you're supposed to cheer, but like, you don't have random cheering throughout. At a show choir event, it's like cheer as much as you can. Cheer as much as you can. And so you got these moms and you got these, kids who used to be in show choir who are there. And when like they do something, they do like a sick, like fucking like, they'll go like this. Woo! They're fanning them, dude. They fan them off because they're on fire. I always thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I love going to show choir because I love just being like, yes. And so me and Rye are sitting there last night. And the lady in front, like, I started doing it a little bit, and Riley, of course, is like, "Stop it!" and grabs my arm and puts it down because I embarrass her all the time. So dad already embarrass her all the time, but she puts my arm down, and then not even like 2 minutes later, the mom sitting in front of us. There's a movie that she really liked, and she was just like, they put their head down. They're like, "Woo, yes, oh yes." I'm gonna start doing that. Waiter has good service. They're like, "Are you waving me off? Are you telling me to leave? What are you doing?" It's like, no, you're killing it, baby. You're killing it. And then like throughout the entire thing too, they're like, okay, ladies, okay. And it's so fun, man. If you haven't been, I wish that I would have been in it. I wish that I would have been in it, and I wish that, when my kids, I want to put them in that because it's fun. Caleb texted me. Save your tears for another day. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, the Molinaro Maniacs. No, I don't know. Molinaro Mafia is my family group chat name. Molinaro Mafia. But I'm serious. Rocket Men, dude, because we're rocking it. That's what it's got to be called. Rocket Man, I can't wait to put on my banana hammock. I'm a rocket man, even though my mom hates it, yeah. I can sing, man. I can sing. I have a good voice. I should have been in show choir. I was going to be, but, I was like a jock in high school. In my senior year, I was just like, I don't know if I... And I should have just done it, man. Should have done it. Could have had whole routines to break out at weddings, and nobody would have known. Andrew, I think Molinaro Mafia might sound too much like your indie rival, McAfee Mafia. Yeah, I didn't even know it was a thing. Yeah. Well, Molinaro Mafia, that's just my family group chat, so it's not, what everybody would be called. I'm telling you, Rocket Men. Because we're rocking banana hammocks all summer long. I'm just singing today, man. I woke up feeling like shit. Still feel like shit because of the second vaccine. It was cool though. They gave us Girl Scout cookies this time. So I was out there and they gave us Thin Mints and tag-alongs. So that was nice. Something for effort. But yeah, it's a beautiful day in Indy. Sun is out. It's May, man. You got a race this weekend. It's alive, dude. I was out at the track yesterday. I got this hat, and the cars were going by. And if you've never been to Indy, you need to come. And you need to come for the 500, and you need to hear the fucking... It is, it gets your jubblies going, man. It gets them going. It makes you feel some stuff, It's exciting. Carson Wentz is going to be not waving the flag. He's a grand marshal of the Grand Prix tomorrow. So that'll be good. First look into the Motor Speedway for him, probably. For my Star Wars fans out there, real quick. A lot of reports, a lot of rumor. I haven't watched Bad Batch yet today, so don't spoil it for me. I'm watching it after this, so I'm going to lay down and feel like shit because I can, Mom. So I haven't watched Bad Batch today. But anyways, for my Star Wars fans, Daisy Ridley, a lot of reports, a lot of rumors this week coming out. Hey, Remy. Hey, Bubba. Reports and rumors coming out that Daisy Ridley is going to be hopping back into the Star Wars universe. She's working on some deals and some paperwork and some contracts to come back as Rey. And, obviously we don't know what role, we don't know what series, we don't know if it's for movies. Will it be starring her again? Will it be she's just kind of coming and going? We're getting an update on what Rey's doing post Rise of Skywalker. I don't know. But we're a year and a half out from Rise of Skywalker being released. And the reports are already coming out that Daisy Ridley is, looking like or thinking about getting back in, which is cool, man. I mean, I don't know how you don't when you're in a position like that, when you're somebody who makes it into a poster of a Star Wars movie. You're not just in it, you're on the poster. When you make it to that, yeah, keep going back, man. Keep cashing that cow. You don't have to do anything the rest of your life. You can just be Rey Skywalker the rest of your life. So I'm excited. I want to see post Rise of Skywalker stuff. I want that to keep going, man. I want to see what she does. I want to see more with the yellow lightsaber. I want to see if she stays at Lawrence Homestead. I want to see all of it. From Caleb, Steelers talk real quick. Go to Green Bay for Steelers game. Yeah, week 4. I don't know, man. I like to try to go to games that I feel like they can win. And if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback for the Packers, I just really don't think that they can win. Sorry. That'd just be a really, really tough game to pull off. And so as much as I want to go to Lambeau and I want to hit these historic NFL stadiums, I'd kind of rather go to Lambeau if like the Steelers have a bye and then the Packers are playing, the Colts or something. Yeah, I mean, just like something where I can just go, have fun, take in the environment, watch a football game, and I don't have to be pissed off and stressed because I know my team is going to get smacked. So I don't think I'll make it to Green Bay for the Steelers game, man. I think the Sunday night game against Seattle is what looking like I would like to go to. I like the Monday night game against Chicago too. Maybe me and Big Cat and the Chicago guys can do a little something there. But yeah, I won't go back to Cincinnati. Bad luck there. Fine stadium and stuff, but just bad luck. I don't like being on the road. So I want to go to Heinz. And it's like even that Thursday night game against Minnesota when you're in Minneapolis, that would be a great spot to go to, I think. But a tough game, I don't want to see them lose. Keith, the main Star Wars movies are great, but I really just want more spinoffs. They haven't really missed on those yet. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the way they're going, Keith. Obviously, with Mandalorian Season 3 and Book of Boba Fett, now the Bad Batch, and you got Obi-Wan filming, and you got an Ahsoka series coming. I mean, they're all going to follow these things, and I think people just like to consume series better, and they have kind of lighter expectations for them than they do with a main, premiere event of a movie. It's a lot of pressure, You get 2 hours to fucking nail it, whereas if you have a series of 16 episodes, you have 16 hours or 20 hours to put it all together and make a really cool story out of it. So I'm with you, man. I think that's what we can keep expecting. I don't know, I remember I talked about a while ago how they had filed for the trademark of the Skywalker Academy. Really like to see something with that. And if it's Luke and now Grogu, Baby Yoda between Mandalorian and Return of the Jedi in episode 7, what happens there, fall of Ben Solo, all of that. I really like that. All the in-betweens, there's so much that you can dive into, just like we're seeing right now with the Bad Batch. That is in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, just like we saw with Rebels, Star Wars Rebels. So it's a lot of meat on that bone for sure. A lot of meat on that bone. So I appreciate you guys waking up, waiting for Caleb. He said he just woke up, so you need a little bit of time to get everything together. I'm sure get that immaculate flow together. But yeah, the series that I'm really excited about, the debut episode, 10 a.m., full thing. Drivers eating donuts with me. And so it's IndyCar drivers, and they just hop in my car, and we just have a conversation for 20, 25 minutes. And we eat donuts, and we just have some fun. So they're going to come out every Friday leading up to the race. Maybe we'll double down the week of the race. But these guys are really cool. They're really down to earth. They're really fun loving. First one was with Connor Daly. He's my buddy. He's a Indy guy, Noblesville guy, so he knows what it's all about. His stepdad is actually the president of IMS, Doug Bowles. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about this series. It's something I've wanted to do. Even at my old job, I wanted to do it. But a bunch of stuff that I won't get into of why that didn't happen. And so now that I'm out here at Barstool and I have more freedom and support, I said, you know what, I'm going to make it happen. And so we're making it happen. And let me give you a little preview here before we get on with Caleb of Drivers Eating Donuts, episode 1 with Connor Daly. Oh. Get in. Sure I can get. Oh yeah. Welcome to my ride.
This is it, huh?
This is it.
I love it.
You love it? You mean that?
I mean, this is one of those cars that maybe underneath the hood, it's like a sleeper. So on the outside, it's like, hey, this guy is, mild-mannered driver. Okay. But there could be a big turbo underneath.
So you're thinking that I'm letting it rip when we're out there, Indy 500 style.
Well, I mean, it's the month of May.
It is the month of May. Make sure you're in here. So I got Connor Daly with me. Drivers downtown eating donuts with me, with Joey, having a cup of Joe. You take your coffee black, I see.
I do, yeah. I got into that when I was living in Europe, racing over there for a long time. It was just only espressos, and it all tasted terrible for a while, and then my body came around to it. Okay. And then I did the whole vegan thing for a while, so I was not doing dairy, and so then now it's just easy. Just be like coffee black. Coffee black,
it is, yeah, except I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this because everybody's like, you want some coffee with that milk? And it's like, dude, it's an iced coffee. They put cream in it. I can't control how much cream in it, man, but people are gonna give me shit for it. It tastes good. I don't know. Shit, man.
It's gotta be delicious.
Let's get in it. Let's have some donuts here, man. You a big donut guy?
No, because I have diabetes, but...
So I asked you to do this, and you're like, oh, well, this is not
this
going to work
kill
for
me. But you know what? This month is all about living life on the edge.
That's right. What I mean? Thanks, dude. Yeah. I consider that like a mark in our friendship. That you're like, I'm willing to die for this. So go ahead.
I'm going to go this one.
You did like that one in the store.
I don't know. There's something about it.
Okay.
Can I make a mess in here?
I mean, look at it. We got the blueberry cake for me. I'm a big blueberry cake guy. Do you like the cake donuts, or are you just more the cinnamon roll?
I'll do round 2 on that.
Round 2 on this one? I'm a huge cake donut guy, man.
This is why I went to the gym early this morning, didn't eat anything because I knew this was coming.
Is that a common misconception? That people are like, drivers, you guys just turn a wheel, you don't got to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah? People always saying that shit to you?
Yeah, we're going through... I think, obviously, when you look at us on the track, it's very easy to misunderstand, and it's like, well, they are just driving around, like as you said. But without a doubt, right now, like our races are for sure the most physically demanding events, like some of the most physically demanding events in the world right now, because it is the heat that we're going through right now. If it's hot outside, it's probably 140, 145 degrees in the car. I'm losing anywhere between 13 and 16 pounds a race.
So that can kind of work out though for you, because you can kind of be heavy set or have a little bit more weight, a little chubby face going into the race, and then you just lose it all.
No. I hope I'm not a little chubby face guy going in this race, but yes, you just got to be prepared. You got to be like hydrated. We have hydration plans for the whole month.
Plans? You go there and they inject you like you're
like a plan.
Plan.
Sorry, not plants. Yeah. Sorry.
I thought it was
hydration plants.
Out in Speedway, they have like a plants where all the drivers go.
It's a dispensary.
Yeah, and they just hook you up.
No, but we do. We have got IVs as well, like for the doubleheader events. Get a little IV in you, get some fluid rehydration. But yeah, we also don't have power steering either. So the physical aspect of it is just something people don't. The only thing I would say to people
show off your forearms. You got to have some fucking forearms, right? Right? That's like some. Look at the veins popping out, man. You got to have some killer forearms.
We got to do some push-ups out there first to really get them going, I guess.
Yeah. What you're saying though, people don't realize what?
No, so I think the best part is like we have some go-kart places here, right? Yeah. You got the place in Speedway. You got one on the north side. Just go there and like do 2 sessions. Just do 2 little races.
Okay.
And see how you feel afterwards, because that is honestly the most raw way to get a feel for it, because if you're, I mean, you could drive around slow like an idiot, but like if you're gonna go out there and try and hustle, like as I'm sure you would, you feel it in your arms and you start sweating and people are like, oh man, that was hard and like hurts my body. And I'm like, yeah, well, multiply that by 100 and do it for 3 hours and then tell me like that it's not hard.
You guys are like the closest thing to going to space, right? Like the G-force on the turns.
Yeah, G-force wise, yeah, for sure. Right now the G loads are, you know, anywhere on the road courses, you know, 3 to 6 Gs, and that's
right
for a long.
All right, so not a smooth transition, but you know, give you about 5 minutes or so there of a little preview of what to expect. That's what it is, exactly as I told you. You know, Burpee Boy number 1 on a Friday. That's you know, in Indy in the month of May, you see so often to where you get like the local sports reporters, right, and they. You know, take a ride in the 2-seater. They get all suited up, and they have like the special where they take a ride in the 2-seater with a driver, like on the track, right? So they're just like, it's my turn to see what this is all about at IMS. And then they hop in, and you know, they ride around. They get out, and they're like, whoo, I tell you what, Jan, that was one heck of a ride. Back to you. And so I was like, you know what? Everybody does that. I want to do so. I want those guys in my car. I don't want to be in their car. I don't want to do all that. I want them in my car, in my environment, you know, in my messy Honda Civic, and sitting in there and having fun and just conversing. So saw that preview. That's exactly what it's going to be. I've got a few more drivers lined up, and on Fridays, and like I said, maybe we'll double down on the week of the race in 2 weeks from now. But yeah, I'll just be getting these guys in the car, having some donuts and having fun. So that's coming up 10 o'clock, probably a little bit after because I have to get off of here and then I have to upload it. But 10 a.m., a little bit after, full video, about 22-minute video with me and Connor Daly, drivers eating donuts with me. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so you know when it's live, and then go and check it out because it's a really fun conversation. From Travis, worst wait ever is being a dumb high schooler waiting for an ex to take a pregnancy test while you wait outside the restroom. I'd rather die. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, I didn't have to experience that, luckily. So I can imagine that wait would be really shitty and really tense. And I tried to, on my list, I tried to stay away from too many of like the it's like a fun list of worst waits, right? Like I didn't want to, you know, waiting for test results of, you know, fucking cancer. Like, you know, I don't want to bring everybody down on a Friday morning. It's a beautiful day. The sun is out, you know, or we're rolling into summer. I don't want to bring everybody down talking about the flashbacks of them waiting for their ex-girlfriend to see if she's pregnant or not. So I left those out there. And you'll see, you know, you'll see. It's five good, fun ones. Let's go back to Keith here real quick. Talking about the Star Wars movies. Feels like they play a little safe on the main ones too, which makes sense because they're so expensive. Yeah, I mean, the nature of the business, the unfortunate side of the big business, you know, Hollywood blockbusters, they want to get a return on the investment, you know. People don't care if it's a good movie. People don't care if it's taking risks or getting crazy or blowing people away. They just want to make sure that butts are in seats and eyes are on screens and they're paying their, you know, $13.50 for the ticket to get in and to watch it. So it's unfortunate, but I think that, you know, Star Wars is learning from its ways and they're going more towards the Marvel approach of connectivity and, you know, continuality and connecting the stories and having more of a flow and diving into more of these characters that are a little bit more interesting in different ways rather than just, you know, staying the main course and, you know, doing a big movie that's 2 hours long that people are just going to bitch about either way. Now, with that being said, does that mean that I don't want Star Wars movies to be made anymore? Hell no. There's nothing better, nothing more exciting than the lead up to a big Star Wars movie release. Nothing. You got the lead up for the teaser. You got the previews. You got all the podcasts. You have actual content to talk about on these podcasts that I listen to and you're with Star Wars fans in the Star Wars community and the theories. And, you know, that is all so fun. And then the release night and you're ready to go and you've been waiting for it and you go and you're with your people that you want to see it with. Like, there's just nothing better, man. It's thrilling. It is thrilling, and it makes you feel like a kid again. So, yeah, I want them to keep making movies. Absolutely. If they don't ever again, which I know that they will, but if they were to not, I'd be pissed off. The series are great, but at a certain point, I still want that electricity, that thrill of having a new movie to come out to go see. Anyways, feeling better. Did that happen to anybody else when they were a kid? Like when you didn't feel good in the morning, whether it be allergies or really any sickness where you just didn't feel well and you're trying to get out of school, your mom would just give you the cold shoulder, tell you to take a shower, drink some orange juice. That was always the combo. Take a shower, drink some orange juice. I guess like I took a shower before the show and it made me feel a little bit more refreshed. But then what's even worse is when you take a shower and you feel like refreshed coming out and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then it wears off. The freshness of the shower wears off and then you feel like shit again. You're like, dang, it was just placebo effects from the shower. I really still don't feel good. That's the worst. But you know what? She fucked me up. She trained me because I woke up this morning. I was feeling like garbage. And I had chills and everything, and I was laying in the bed, and I said to Rye, I said, do we have any orange juice? So I was ready for some orange juice, man. I was. Because my entire life growing up, that's all it was. Showers and orange juice, man. It's like my big fat Greek wedding when they do the Windex, like the Windex, so they put that on everything, and that just cures everything. My mom's Windex is just orange juice in the shower. Mom, my right arm is completely numb, and I think it's starting to fall off. I'll just, get in the shower. I'll get you some orange juice. Take some ibuprofen. You'll be fine. Mom, my bone's sticking out of my leg. All right, I'll start the shower. Let's get in the shower. Okay, and then when you come out, I'll have orange juice. All right, just do that. No matter what the circumstance was. And I wish my sister was watching this. I doubt she is because I know that she would be laughing her ass off because that's exactly what would happen. We'd feel like shit, and we'd say it to Dad, and the Dad would be like, all right, well, go talk to your mother. And then we'd roll in there, and we'd be like, Mom, wake her up a little bit. Mom, if she wasn't already awake, I really just don't feel well. What's bothering you? I have a headache and my stomach hurts and I can't breathe out of my nose. Feels the head, feels the cheek. Head, forehead, then cheek right away. Okay, well, you're not warm, so just take a shower and, have some orange juice. Fuck! One time, and I want to hear if anybody has a story like this when they're sick. One time when I was in like 6th or 7th grade, I wanted to go home so badly that I knew that my mom wouldn't come get me and they wouldn't send me home unless I felt hot, like I had a fever. So what I did was I went to the bathroom. I put my forehead underneath the blow dryer for a while. And then I let it wear off for a little bit because I didn't want to be smoking hot because then they would think that I was about to die. My fever, if they did that, would be 118 degrees and everybody would think that I was about to die. And even if I was about to die, my mom would still say, all right, well, just, you take Claritin, have some orange juice, take a shower. Anyways, I put my forehead up to it and I walked back to class. I was like, I don't feel good. They're like, okay. I went back down to the office. I was like, I don't feel good. I think I'm sick. And of course, the nurse felt my face, felt my forehead, and my face was still warm from the blow dryer, from the hand dryer. And she was like, ooh, you are feeling warm. Called my mom. Hey, he's feeling warm. You come get him. Mom came and got me. Forehead was completely fine by the time she got there. Still went home. Boom! And you know what the best part about this is? I'm telling these stories and my mom is in the chat and she can't say anything to me. She can't, I'm sure I'll hear about it tomorrow when I see her or something. Also, one time I knew that I didn't have a fever. I didn't know how to fake that or anything. I didn't have a fever. I wasn't feeling that sick, but I still didn't want to go to school. So I went and got Tostitos salsa from the fridge, and I dumped a little bit. I dumped a little bit of that in the toilet to try to make it look like puke. Kids don't want to go to school, man. At least I didn't. I don't know. Sick days are always so weird. You felt super. I did a blog about it like when I had COVID last year. But you felt so good about not going to school until about like 10 a.m. And then when it was 10 a.m., then it was like, oh, fuck, like first take's on. This sucks, you know? And like you remember that like actually a class that you kind of like is right then. You're like, man, what am I doing? Why did I stay home? And then, you know, by the time it gets to like 12:30 or 1, you're just depressed because your day at home is over. And you know that when, you know, everybody gets home and everybody's doing their shit, that because you stayed home, even though you feel fine because you faked it, then your mom's like, fuck. She's like, you can't do anything. Remember? You stayed home. So you can't because you're sick, remember? It's the fucking worst. Wonder why I didn't say you wonder why I didn't want you to stay home, you faker. All right, let's bring on my buddy Caleb Pressley. What's up, my man?
Good morning.
Good morning, dude. How are you?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I was in New York last week and I didn't get to see you, so I was bummed.
Yeah, I moved, dude. I hate New York. It sucks.
Really? You've
How
always
about that?
why? I know you moved, but I didn't realize it was just like a lot because you hated New York.
No, I mean it just turned so bad during Corona. Like it was awesome before Corona, but then once all that happened, they just shut everything down, and all the businesses closed, and then businesses aren't opening back up, and then they took forever with like the actual opening back up. The weather sucked. It was rough.
It was rough. So you went down to Florida, and now you're working on the golf game.
Yes, sir.
You living better? You feeling better?
Yes. I
Yeah?
like Florida better. Yes, I like Florida better.
Good. I talked about this morning before you were on. I really want this summer to be the summer of the banana hammock. What are your thoughts on that?
Like Borat banana hammock?
Let me show kinda. I'm gonna see if I can share this and you can see it. But a few people in the chat were like, I think Caleb would be on board with this. So I don't know if you can. What do you think?
Oh wow! Do you have to be erect to hold that one up?
I don't know. I have a lot of questions about that. What happens on the back? Is it just covering one ass cheek? Is it, you know, how's this working? It feels like it would fall out pretty easily.
I
But
could get down with that. But you could tell that guy's not even about it because he's got tan lines.
yeah, it's true.
Probably
Yeah.
just wanted it as a joke one time.
See, and now I mean you're in Florida, so you could whip this out. You could go right now. I mean, we're in Indy. I'm in Indy, and it's just.
Wait, is that going around the back of his leg?
I don't know.
Just-
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because it looks like
he has a boner and he's holding it up with just a boner.
it looks like it's just cut off right there on the side of his hip.
Either way, respect to him.
See, man, I just and my reasoning was, look, like you said about New York last year, everybody got their summer robbed last year. Nobody had a fun summer. There wasn't any freedom. You couldn't go out to a bunch of pools. You couldn't, so I'm like, this summer we need to just revert back the other way, and we just need to go all out.
Yeah, it's kind of what happens too, dude. Everything's always like that. It's like pendulum where if you go too extreme on one way, then all of a sudden you're going to end up going too extreme the other way. So we're probably in for trouble.
I know. And, I was like, I'm calling it Rocket Men, where everybody's rocking it and we're going to be having the banana hammock out. And you just got to have a lot of confidence. You're a confident guy. So I think that, you could rock it. I could rock it. I think it's something
If we come down to Florida, we probably wouldn't get looked at twice.
Are you going to come up to Indy for the 500 at all or any of that?
Man, dude, I wish. I saw that they were throwing a party, but I have a wedding that weekend. I can't go.
Damn. Are you in the wedding?
No, I'm not in the wedding, but I got to go.
Yeah. Okay. So it's one of those, like, you're pals, but you're not, like.
I'm jealous, though. It looks like it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. Again, it feels like you would really. Have you ever been to the Indy 500? Have you been to Indianapolis?
I wanted to go. I've been to Indianapolis. I've eaten at the, what is it, is it the horseradish place? What's it called?
St. Elmo's.
Elmo's.
Yeah.
We went for a racing event, but it was NASCAR.
The Brickyard?
The Brickyard.
You went to the Brickyard. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and we actually, and you know what? We didn't even go to the Brickyard. We went to a concert. Ron and I went to we we did some videos, and then there was like a concert the night before the Brickyard. So it was like Chainsmokers.
Nice. Yeah, was it in IMS? I can't remember, like the Speedway, or was
I
it?
think so.
It was, yeah. Yeah, man. That's I mean, the wedding will be fun, but yeah, I wish you could make it out. Should be.
Dude, me too.
Good.
I'm jealous. Honestly, I'm really jealous, but can't do it all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, let's. So I do this thing every Friday, and I call it laundry list, and I just have a random thing that I rank, whether it be worst weights or Sunday movies or worst shots, things like that. And people seem to take to it on Twitter, so I do it on the show now. And so for this one, I explained it earlier. I was waiting around. I had a show choir event for my sister-in-law that I had to go to last night, and like it ran late, so we were standing outside the auditorium for like 50 minutes with no cell service. You couldn't sit down anywhere. Like it was a brutal wait. So I was like, all right, how about laundry list of worst weights? Now I'll go first, kind of set the tone for you. All right, we go 5-1 on these things because if you go 1-5, who gives a shit about the fourth, fifth? You know what I mean? All right, so worst weights for me. Number 5, waiting for pizza delivery. You don't know; it's always longer than you expect. You're excited about eating. You're looking out the window. When's it going to be here? Is that the pizza delivery guy? No, it's not. If you have dogs, they're barking at everybody that comes up, so you're excited, and then it ends up not being the pizza delivery guy. And then everybody, if it gets past like 30 minutes of waiting for the pizza to get there, everybody starts to get a little antsy. Everybody starts to get a little shitty. What say you?
That's good, and that's fair. Worst weights, I would say I don't like waiting doctor's office. Because if you're going in because you're sick or you think you might be sick, maybe rewind a couple months, you think you might have corona, you go in, you're waiting in there, and you're going to get sick by waiting there because everyone else is sick.
It's a backwards system. And then you've got the placebo effect in your, in your head.
Even if you're there and you're not sick, you're going to believe sick.
Yeah, you're going there for good and you're leaving with bad no matter what.
Yeah, so I've always thought about that. Like, this is so dumb to be sitting here.
Also, that takes forever. I mean, how often are you just like sitting in the doctor's chair and you're like, what? I mean, like, there's no way. I passed 6 offices on the way in, or 6 rooms on the way into my room, and there was nobody in there. Like, what is this guy or girl doing?
Right. It's crazy. And also they don't dude, I got bit by a dog when I first moved to Florida, and I went to the emergency room and they made me wait. My arm was like bleeding out. I don't know if you can, I'm doing a bad job here. You can't really see it because I'm doing a bad job. But anyways, I was like bleeding. I was like, didn't know if I was going to lose my arm. I wasn't gonna, but they didn't even make me wait. They just made me wait.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing. Like, what do you have to be in emergency? I mean, you literally have to be like almost on your last breath for an emergency room to like get to you right away.
Yeah, dude, they're like laughing and shit. I was like, man, this is kind of crazy, but they just see it all.
Yeah, I had that on mine for sure. All right, my next one, worst weights. When you're waiting to be able to wake up your parents on Christmas morning.
Oh, that's good.
That is, I mean,
it speaks for itself.
Time moves slow there, brother, because you probably struggled sleeping on Christmas Eve the night before. And then, you wake up at like, if you're a little kid, you wake up at like 5:45 and you're like, shit, mom said not till 7:30. And so you're not going back to sleep because you're too close, but you're just watching that clock, Yeah.
No, that speaks for itself.
Yeah. the Presley's big Christmas folks, or?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's been, and I got to run it back for so I have a brother who's 10 years younger than me. Uh-huh. So even when I kind of phased out of Santa Claus, he was just really getting hyped up. And so my parents had to keep it going for both of us for him. So I got to double Santa.
Hell yeah. I'm the same. I got a sister that's 9 years younger than me. So same shit.
I had to run it back.
Yeah. What do you got? You got doctor's office. What
else? I'm trying to make sure that these are escalating. How about this one? How about you're a guest on Maury and you're about to, and then you got to find out whether or not you're the father or not. And you got to wait and find out.
Now we're getting into some serious shit. I had somebody in the chat similarly. They were like, worst wait being a dumb high schooler waiting for your ex to take a pregnancy test while you wait outside the restroom.
Yes,
So,
that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yes, that's up on the. Haven't you been on Maury? Or weren't you like a security guard?
No, there were some guys at Barstool that were though. It was when Tex was there, and it was like Tex went on more for the first Rough and Rowdy. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought I remembered like Hank or
I think he's like a Barstool fan. Like I think he like watches like foreplay videos and stuff like that. He's a golfer.
wow. Are you a fan of the? So you have Maury, but then you have like the Steve Wilkos show. Which one do you prefer?
I'm a Maury guy just from the fact I've never watched Steve Wilkos show, but I will say he has a strong look. Steve Wilkos has a very memorable look.
Yeah, and I was always for me. I'm like Maury's he's hosting the show, but then like and that's how it was. Wilkos was a security guard. Like he's the bouncer that holds everybody back. Now all of a sudden I'm watching Wilkos, and it's the same shit. Like he's the host and the bouncer. And
yeah,
it's just
you gotta respect the man who can do both. Get you a man who can do both.
Absolutely. From Seth, Caleb had to wait so long because a dog is like the 5th worst thing to get bitten by in Florida. 1 herpes monkey, 2 gator, 3 snake, 4 human, 5 dog. That's from Seth.
And that's facts, Seth.
So he that would explain your long. A herpes monkey? What the fuck is that?
You know what? And like in that you would think that would be a joke, but Florida, you just don't know.
Yeah, man. People. That's another thing that like quarantine is it's interesting. I feel like before quarantine, everybody would Florida was kind of the butt of the joke, right? But now the way things are going with COVID, everybody's like wanting to be Florida.
Yeah.
Because it's like open and everybody's living and doing shit.
I got a hat that says it just says "Make America Florida."
I mean, that's how twisted things have gotten because 2018, 2019, it was like, Florida, it's the armpit. It's like where all the fucked up shit happens. And now we're trying to make it Florida. It's interesting back and forth. All right. You'll know, you'll feel this one. Worst wait when your team plays in a primetime game. When it's like you're waiting, I mean, literally like the song, you're waiting all day. If your team has a Sunday night football game in like October, November, or your college football team is playing the Saturday night college game game, and you've been all day, you've had to watch these other ones, and you can't even enjoy yourself because you just are thinking about, man, this is a big one tonight, and like I'm nervous. I don't know if we're gonna get it done, or if it's like in the playoffs, whole day where you're just thinking about that game.
Yep. I will add on to that. Playing because I played at North Carolina. If you're yourself are in the game at night, it's even worse because they don't want you doing anything. So you just hang out all day in the hotel room.
You're not even like in the lobby.
We did it a couple different ways. We did it like a movie. Like the most we ever did though was like go to a movie. Like just go to a movie in the morning, and then you just have like meetings, and you just kind of chill out all day long. It's a very long day.
Did you sleep at all? Did you take any naps? Or would you be groggy?
Dude, I wasn't playing, so I was just like having a great time, like goofing around. But like for the guys who were like about to start, I'm sure it was like a very long process.
Are you buddies with Eric Ebron?
Mm-hmm.
It's your guy?
Yeah, it's my guy, man. He's a golfer too. He's getting into golf.
Yeah, I've seen him. I like Eric a lot. He's obviously a big Steelers fan, and so I was pumped when we signed him, and he's a hell of a player. He brings a lot of good energy.
He was my class. He came in. He was like one of the bigger recruits that we had come in with my class, and then because I went under Butch Davis in North Carolina, and then he got fired after my first year. So then it was Fedora after that, but he came in with me.
Nice, yeah, 10th overall pick, man. I mean, tight end. That's saying
a blow up. Yeah, he had a huge blow up.
Okay, I had primetime game. What else you got? Got a couple more.
All right, so we got to think. We're going in order. So now this is number 2 or number 1?
2.
This is number 2. I think it would be devastating. What's a devastating weight? See, I was going to say one that's kind of lame, but now that everything's getting so critical. I was going to say like when you take like a test in high school, like your SAT test, you're waiting to find out if you passed to go to college.
Oof.
But that's not really compared to finding out if you're the father. You know, it's not really a prime time game. Like, it's really kind of weak.
I mean, that definitely, like, I think it would make the list. I don't know about number 2.
I just remember when I was like, I had to get like I didn't have to succeed. I had to excel on my SAT, but I had to hit a minimum threshold.
Yeah.
And I remember taking it, and it takes forever to find out. And you're just like, you just want to know, did I get it or did I not? Like, where is my future headed?
Yeah. I mean, it's at the time in your life, I think that, you know, definitely has an argument, like when you're 18 or whatever. Like,
yeah,
that,
right.
Up there with the father shit, I would say. Because,
well, how about this DMV? That's just self-explanatory.
Oh fuck, yeah, that's
You don't even want to talk about it. It's just like gross.
I know, and I got my wife's license plate. She needs to get a new license plate, and we haven't done it yet because we just don't want to go. You don't want to go to the DMV, dude. It's like, hey, I'd rather not drive the car than go to the DMV.
Yeah,
I don't know what I don't know why I was getting mixed up BMV and DMV. Do you do that?
BMV and DMV?
Yeah. Do you get that mixed up at all?
What's the BMV?
I don't know. I always sometimes call it BMV, and I'm like, is it BMV or is it DMV? Because I'm like Bureau of Motor Vehicles. That's what I think. But then it's the driver. I don't even know.
Department. Is it a department?
Department.
You give too much credit, bro. That's just a department.
They're not bureaus.
No, they're not bureau material, man. No, I will say though, when I went to the DMV in Florida because I had to get my license here, the lady was like, "How tall are you for my license?" And I was like 6'1". She was like, "Honey, this is Florida. You're 6'3". Give it back to me, 6'3".
What? Dang, bro.
I think she just giving 2 inches to everybody.
That's a glow up, man. You're moving to Florida, getting a tan, you're getting 2 inches.
Yeah, she probably was taking weight off for the girls, giving height to the guys.
There you go. Yeah, that's.
I was like, I respect that. That's the best DMV experience I ever had.
Yeah, I mean, mine's simple. It's now you said that it's kind of getting me in my head. Like, is it lame? But it just like, I mean, waiting in traffic. Like, nobody. I mean, it's just like there's not a person in the world who likes to wait around in traffic. Whether you're going.
Yeah, now we're getting like serious. Now we're getting like depressing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, and I had some people who said like the pregnancy thing, and then like I was like, I'm trying to stay like, you know, kind of fun with it. Obviously, there's like void for pregnancy that you don't want, or like, you know, if it's like a fucking sickness, you know what I mean? If you're waiting for like test results or that's bad. But I don't want to get too bad on a Friday morning. But traffic, I mean, like I said, you're leaving a concert, you're like trying to leave a game.
Dude, me and Roan went to the Canelo Alvarez fight on Saturday night in Dallas. 74,000 people in the AT&T Stadium.
Holy
and
shit.
we, upon leaving, we waited like probably an hour after the event ended inside the stadium because we were trying to catch up with Large and Octagon Bob, who were there, who we didn't end up getting a chance to see. So then after about an hour after it's over, we go outside, try to find a restaurant to eat in. Couldn't find anything because everything's packed.
Yeah.
Try to call Uber. Couldn't get an Uber for 2 more hours.
Oh my God.
So we ended up being 3 hours after the event and 2 miles down the road before we could get an Uber. That was a bad wait. Because if you can't get an Uber and it's just doing a refresh,
fuck,
that's not it, man.
No. And you guys are like in cowboy boots and shit. I mean,
we walked 2 miles in cowboy boots.
You weren't in some comfy hiking clothes.
Ended up, when we were trying to get something to eat, we ended up just eating at a 7-Eleven. At taquitos.
I was just about to say you had to. I mean, taquitos and like a fucking Mountain Dew.
That's my first time ever. I actually loved it, but
there you go. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you took doctor's office. That was my first one. Do you have one more that you got?
Not worse than traffic.
Not worse than traffic. Can't top it.
Yeah, that's just one that's just universally just gross. Just gross.
Right. Even if like there's some of these like people, I think can make the argument when they're like, oh, I kind of like, you know, because on like the Christmas morning thing, they're like, well, at least it's Christmas. That's exciting, you know, or like if your team plays in a prime time.
Yeah, right.
People are like, I like the build up, you know, you can tailgate and stuff, drink all day, but like there's nobody in the fucking world who likes traffic. That's just simply put, you know.
I got maybe an interesting one.
All right.
Your rival's team is playing in the national championship and you didn't even make the tournament and you got to wait all day to find out if they're going to end up winning the national championship. Duke Blue Devils are playing in the national championship and Tar Heels didn't make the tournament. And I got to wait all Monday to find out if Duke's about to win the national championship.
Right. that, you know, because you're kind of wanting to watch the game because it's like the national championship, but you always just come back to like, well, fuck, it's Duke. So, you know, if they win, that's even worse. Some people are saying in line at an amusement park, 100 degrees.
And I had thought of that one earlier this morning, but dude, if you're at like Disney World or Universal, some of the rides, that's the best part of the ride. Like really? Harry Potter, the best part of the Harry Potter ride is the line. You're going through Hogwarts.
Are they doing like, is it like, you know, immersive shit or?
Oh, yeah. Oh, bro, you got to get out of Indiana. Wait, have you not been to Universal?
Bro, I've been to Disney World. I haven't been to Universal. No. Like I went
right next to each other. You make it sound like it's like, dude, I couldn't go to Universal. Like 5 minutes down the road.
I'm just more of a Disney guy, you know. I went to the Star Wars: The Galaxy's Edge.
Rides are better at Universal. I would take Universal 10 times out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I'm fucking up then, man.
But like a Six Flag line, yeah, that's no dice.
About waiting out a hangover, you know, when it's like it's like 2:00 in the afternoon, and you're like, why do I still feel like just complete ass?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Like you kind of feel actually the best in the morning, and then by the time like 6:00 the next night, you just like, give me a beer, give me a beer right now.
Yeah, hair of the dog, right? All right, man. Hey, thanks for. I know you're waking up, and I got you up early, so I appreciate it. It's always fun to talk with you, man, and I appreciate the time. And I know we'll be talking soon. You stay safe down there in Florida, all right?
Yes, sir. Great to see you, brother.
All right, man.
Appreciate you having me.
Yep, that's Caleb Pressley, my guy. Love him. That's you know, he's one of the people along with like PFT and Big Cat that even before Barstool and they had any fucking clue who I was, I followed them and laughed at them and I watched them. So the fact that I can shoot him a text and ask him to come on and bullshit with me is pretty surreal. So thanks for rocking. We went over today. Fun Friday show. I told you I got to upload Drivers Eating Donuts with Connor Daly, episode 1. That's coming out right after this. So subscribe to the channel on YouTube so you know when it's live. Be able to stream it on your TV, platform, anything you need. Have a great weekend. And I appreciate you guys a lot. Be sure to watch Drivers Eating Donuts. Really fun conversation. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you Monday, live at 9.